This is an appeal to those who are reasonable to show them that it's the Democratic Party that's the racist party. Even though they try and portray the Republicans and conservatives as racist, it's really the Democrats. First of all, in history, which party freed the slaves? Which party fought for the freeing of the slaves? It was Lincoln and the Republicans. And then all through the ages of segregation, which party was the Ku Klux Klan and which party were the racist segregationists? It was the Democrats in the South. The Republicans never were. They fought it. So the history is the Democrats are the racists, and they still are today, but they try and fool the blacks and other minorities into thinking that it's the conservatives and Republicans. But their racism takes a different form. First of all, they're always talking about skin color. Well, that's racist to start with. Remember, Martin Luther King wanted a country where skin color was irrelevant. And we hoped with the election of Barack Obama that it would stop, but it's only been exacerbated because he wants it that way, and so do the Democrats. They never want to abandon the charge of racism because they think they can keep blacks voting for them if they just keep doing that. And now, there are several lines of analysis which I think are very easy to understand. Number one, the cities in this country dominated by Democrats have massive ghettos and massive poverty among blacks, massive illegitimacy, massive bad housing, massive black unemployment, all run by liberals and Democrats. Number two, welfare dependency. The Democrats pretend that they want to help the blacks by giving handouts, welfare, and poor whites. We've had 6 generations of it since the Great War on Poverty by Lyndon Johnson, Democrat, Southerner. $22 trillion have been exchanged, and under Obama, black president, poverty is greater than ever because the government is very good about giving out money to their buddies and to spread it around organizations and federal agencies, but it's been obviously a horrible transmitter of income to people who need it because we have record poverty under Obama. It has not been good. We also have record black unemployment under Obama. So if the Democrats are so good for blacks, how come there's record black unemployment? And if we've had now all these years and all these trillions of dollars spent, how come the illegitimate births keep going up in the black community? We have all these gangs and killings. Now, they're trying to say that, well, we have such a bad police force and they're massacring blacks. Well, the amount of dead blacks from police are 0.04% of less than 1/10 of 1% of blacks. Over 95% of dead blacks are from other blacks in gang violence. And the cities of our streets run by liberal Democrats. That's the real problem, and the Democrats don't want to talk about it because they think they can scare blacks into voting for Democrats. And then you just think about the clear racism whenever there's a black conservative and what they try and do. Think about Clarence Thomas on the Supreme Court and what they try to do to him with those ridiculous accusations about sexual harassment. Or how they try to destroy Herman Cain, how they're trying to destroy Ben Carson. And they get blacks, liberal blacks out there to say, oh, that these are house blacks or whatever. They can't stand the idea that black people will think independently and choose to become conservative because they know it's better for them. And they scare and intimidate other blacks into doing so. Because the Democrats are scared to death that they'll lose the black vote or even a percentage of it because they know they'll never get elected then. And then they claim that any criticism of Obama is based on racism. No, that's racism to claim that. Because the Democrats see only skin color. You know, you think about these unbelievable, when Biden said they want to keep you all in change, meaning the Republicans, when Al Gore said they don't want to count you in the census, these ads that say if you elect Republicans, black churches will burn. You know when black churches burned? Under Democrats in the South, the Ku Klux Klan. That's when black churches burned. Because the conservative Republican philosophy is to see human beings. You know, we thought the battle was over. We had Allen West in Congress, Maya Love in Congress, a black president, Senator Scott in South Carolina. We now have a lieutenant governor, black woman in Kentucky, first time a black won statewide office. Condoleezza Rice was Secretary of State. We have black on the Supreme Court. You think the issue's over. Nobody cares about race anymore except for the Democrats who keep talking about it. And then they try and destroy any conservative black because the conservative Republican philosophy is unleash human potential. Instead of a handout, which obviously doesn't work because we have record poverty, give them a hand up. grow the economy, let more people have jobs. And the Democrats, by flooding the country with third world immigrants, they're stealing jobs from the legal people that are here, the blacks and the Hispanics who are here already legally. It's the Democrats who are hurting black employment. It's the war on blacks from the Democratic Party. For all of these reasons, I hope that at least some people will see how the Democratic Party is not your friend. They are pretending to be your friend, so you'll vote for them. But really, in actuality, there's a war on blacks by Democrats. Record poverty, record black unemployment, continuing the racism card. You know, why is it that Obama invited the professional rioters in Ferguson to the White House to urge them on, and then had his buddy George Soros pay $33 million to finance professional rioters to go gin up more rioting in Ferguson and rioting in Baltimore? Obama wants there to be tension, wants there to be racist tension because of his radical Saul Alinsky trading. He wants the country to be divided instead of the Republicans that want to bring it together. I really hope you'll take this to heart.